welcome back. You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm your host, Shannon Register, and every week we bring you news and information you can use on your next real estate transaction. This week, we've got a lot of great things lined up for you. This segment, I want to focus on the Lake Conroe area and greater Conroe area. It's an area of town that we haven't talked a lot about, but there's a lot happening there, a lot of things going on. So I've brought in Scott Harper to talk to us. He is the president of the greater Conroe, Lake Conroe area of Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce. And then Danielle Shiner. She is... she's the current chairman of the board for the Chamber of Commerce. So they have a lot of great information for us about the area. And I think one of the most exciting things that people hear about that's happened recently is what happened with the Boy Scouts.
Yes, the Camp Strake development. We're very, very excited about what is planned for that facility. It was one of the largest transactions in the Houston area last year, 2,100 acres.
That's a lot of acreage. So the Boy Scouts decided to get rid of some of that land, and it's such a big piece of land. It's not something that just for the Houston area. It was really something that can be marketed internationally, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we actually worked with a company in Houston that actually was who the Boy Scouts had hired to do the bidding process to sell that property, and really excited about Johnson Development, who won the bid.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people bid on it?
Yes. There were several that bid on it, actually. We didn't have all the details on who, but I think there were multiple bidders for the property. The group that's going to be developing the property has done some other developments in the area. Harmony and Wood Forest are two that they've been involved in. They are, because it fronts I-45 and South Loop 336 in Conroe, there's a lot of commercial frontage there that will probably be developed, and then with the residential, that component kind of set behind. Yeah. And there is a fair amount of that's floodplain as well, and an existing lake on the property. So a lot of that will be built in as amenities for the residential piece of the neighborhood, with hike and bike trails and kind of a natural setting. So it's really going to be a beautiful property when it's done. And
it's going to have a lot of different price points, a lot of different resale opportunities in there down the road.
Certainly. I think I'm not exactly sure what they're planning yet. They're still in the process of kind of deciding, what the price points are going to be and how they're going to develop, and if there'll be any multifamily and how all that's going to work.
How long do you think it'll be before there are actually houses built that people can purchase? Because there's a lot of development in place.
Yeah, they are. From what I understand, they should be done with their planning process this summer.
Okay.
I don't think any dirt will start turning probably till early next year, because the Boy Scouts still have exclusive use of the facility through this year. Okay. They're going to have a couple more camps this summer and all that they'll be hosting out there.
Okay. So a couple of years from now, we'll start seeing some houses going up?
I would think so.
Good. That's good. All right. So what other developments do you have going on?
Well, I think from the Chamber's perspective, going back to Camp Strake, is with the businesses that are coming in there is really going to enhance some of the opportunities for shopping. The retail side that Conroe has, a lot of people in the north part of the county will go down and go to the Woodlands, to the mall area.
Right. They won't have to go so far now.
Exactly. There's the outdoor mall concept. Looks like there might be one of the ideas that they're bringing in. So kind of that Market Street theme. So we're really excited about that, of that higher end retail, that people would go somewhere else to do that, to keep those customers here in our area.
And Wood Forest is out there close to you guys, and Wood Forest is just taken off as a community. I mean, it's just, they've sold so many houses out there, and so many people live out there and enjoy it and love it. I mean, it's had great reviews. I'm sure that's been good as well.
Well, when the school district builds the school, that it's real.
Yeah.
Because they do all their all their studies, and that's happened, and the school has already been named, and so and Danielle actually lives out there and is excited with all the
My children will go to the new school this fall. So.
That's exciting. Yeah. So in Conroe, what's the biggest draw for employers looking to relocate headquarters and manufacturing facility? What's the draw to Conroe?
Well, from a manufacturing perspective in the industrial park, we have seen a tremendous amount of growth in the oil and gas piece of it, and the draw has been because the proximity to the port, to the labor force that they need. There are some excellent programs with Lone Star College system up in our area. We actually have a college campus within our industrial park. where they have the machining programs and that sort of thing. So they're basically able to educate the kids, turn them right out, and and they're being snapped up for those employers as soon as they graduate.
Labor's in demand right now. I mean, it's hard to find good employees.
And a lot of the site selection that's being done now is more geared on that than, incentives or any of the other things that are out there. But, from a quality of life standpoint, it's kind of hard to argue. We know that when we can get a company there for a site visit, that we have a really good shot at it, because when they get to see the lake and get to see the housing developments that we have there and the proximity to Houston and the arts and culture that's available there, and then all of the things that are up here that they don't have to travel to Houston for,
right?
It's a definite plus.
So let's talk about some of the things that you have going on. You've got some office parks and technology parks. Tell me about those.
We have Conroe Park North, which is an industrial park. It's been in existence about 15 years, and it's about 50% full. And the draw to that park, because it's a manufacturing, it's basically site ready. And we sell the land there relatively inexpensively for it being site ready. So people are starting to key in on that, especially as land prices are rising in other parts of Houston. We're still a good deal, and they still get the benefits of, the other things that they're looking for, say in Katy or Sugar Land or other places, but they can get it cheaper. So that's been a very strong product for us. And then we also have the Dyson Technology Park, which just opened this past year. And it is really geared, where we have the industrial product, we now have something for corporate headquarters, office, campus environments, research and development, those types of activities. And so it's a 243-acre tract divided in, 2 to 5 acre tracts for folks, and we can do some larger parcels as well.
So once they buy the land, they can choose. I'm assuming they have to get it approved, but they kind of choose the design and what they want it to look like, what they need to build.
Both parks have covenants and restrictions in place, but yeah, in the tech park, because it's more of an office environment, it's a little more strict. And then, we obviously are proud of our trees in Conroe, and the city has passed a tree ordinance, so we do want to maintain, some of the natural environment there as well.
Don't cut down a tree.
You can. You just you can't clear cut, but you can cut as necessary. And so it really provides a beautiful environment. There's water features out there, hike and bike trails throughout. It was really done first class. And so we think that, as we get the airport expansion done and there's more retail in the area close, that's really going to take off as an attractive place for corporate headquarters.
Let's talk about the expansion of the Lone Star Executive Airport. So a lot of people haven't heard of that airport, but it's kind of like Hook's private airport. Tell me about that.
It's been in existence since World War II. Actually, started as a naval air station that the county has been running as a private airport ever since. The runway is being expanded to 7,500 feet. It has an FAA staffed control tower in place, and they're currently working on a customs facility. So really, when all of that is in place and done, it's going to be a perfect place for corporate aircraft, in addition to the private aircraft that are already flying out of the airport.
That's exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. Galaxy FBO has just opened a new location there, and when you go out to that facility, you can kind of see what the future of that airport will be. There's a Black Walnut Cafe there. They have done
love that place.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of making it first class, and drive up canopy basically, so the Gulf Streams can fit right underneath and not be affected by the inclement weather. So it's really top-notch facility.
And Scott, real quickly, tell us a little bit about Lake Conroe, because we're coming up on summertime. That's when a lot of people want to buy a house on the lake. Certainly when it looks the best, as long as the water's up. Right. No plans for taking the water down again, right?
No, everything. The lake is full. It's just, I think, just under a foot under where the full table should be. Good. And a lot of, after the drought, it really recovered very quickly.
Yeah, it did.
And so we the recreation opportunities, the quality of life, the restaurants. There's a lot of new developments going on with the restaurants, and we do a 4th of July celebration out there, and it packs the lake for the fireworks, and it really helps those businesses on the lake as well.
Fantastic. That's exciting. We've got an agent, Ginger Robbins. She works up there on Lake Conroe, sells a lot of houses up there. So always like Lake Conroe. Nice area. All right, Scott, tell us how people can find you over at the Chamber.
They can just go simply to our website. It's www.conroe.org. All of our information about membership, anything else going on in the community is available.
All right, and the website for Danielle?
www.gcedc.org.
All right, fantastic. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Houston Real Estate Radio.